Hi guys, welcome back. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing a colorful smoky eye. As you can probably see, I already have the rest of my face on because I had done something different earlier today, but it was boring and I think I had done a very similar look tutorial on my channel already. So just wiped off my eyeshadow and we're just gonna start from there. So let's dive in. So we're gonna use two Wet n Wild palettes today and probably pull in something from the Anastasia palette just because it's here, because there are no matte shades in either of these palettes. So we're gonna be using Petal Pusher and Blue Had Me at Hello. Now this doesn't say limited edition on it anywhere, but I haven't seen this out and about. So let me know. It's a really cool palette. I like it a lot. We're going to be using, this teal shade for the look. But you can use any teal that you happen to have or any other color you want to. So yeah, that is primarily what we'll be using for this look. So we're going to start off with the Petal Pusher. I do have the Fergie primer on my eyes right now, and let's just dive in. Now I hope that this setup will be okay. I've tried to zoom in as much as I can, but this is kind of what I got to work with, so hopefully it'll be all right. I'm going to use a Real Techniques base shadow brush in this crease shade. Now to be honest, well, this looks like kind of a burgundy. It's really a dark gray shadow with red glitter. But when I have tried to recreate this look using a more true kind of rust color, it hasn't looked as good. So I'm just going to go right back to this, even though it's not what I intended when I first did this, but it did end up looking the best. So we're just going to take a little bit of that on the tip of the brush. And I'm going for kind of one of those halo looks. Not a complete halo look because we're just going to do one shadow on the bottom. But so the teal will be in the center and then the other colors will be around it. So we're going to take that dark crease color into the outer and inner corner. And you can just place it for now. And then I'm just going to go back and kind of blend that in a little bit. Now, truth to tell, I didn't initially worry about making this very even because I don't have a whole lot of lid space. It didn't seem to matter that much, but if you have more lid space, you may want to try to make these a little bit more even and kind of have the bare spot on your lid be where your eye is. I'm going to grab a transition color, so I'm going to use good old Soft Peach here from the Anastasia World Traveler palette. Use whatever you want. I'm starting off with a more kind of flesh-toned color. This isn't exactly, the color of my skin, but it doesn't really show up that much. I might add something else later, but I'm just going to... I probably should have done this first, but I didn't, so we're doing it now. I'm trying really hard not to sing it, you guys. I saw Motown the Musical. I'm actually just going to put my hair up really quick because it's annoying me. Motown the Musical, not last weekend, the weekend before. It was awesome. So all I want to do is sing Smokey Robinson all the time. But I'm not a good singer. So I'll spare you, but I'm singing Second That Emotion in my head. Alright, so that was also the Real Techniques Base Shadow Brush. This is the one from the NYX Picks collection, which I find a little bit softer and more blendy, because that's a word, right? So I'm going to take this kind of opposite that crease color we used, the other crease color that's purple, and very lightly tap into that, tap off the excess, right? And then just very lightly bring that above my own natural crease. I'm doing that only because I don't have that much crease space or lid space to work with, so I'm bringing this a little higher up. You can adjust that to suit your eye shape if you need to. So this is Olive. She is a new member of our family, and she is adorably watching birds and cars and moving her neck in ways that a neck shouldn't be able to move. But she's a cat, so she totally can. She's awesome. We got her 3 days ago, so she's a very new addition, and it's really awesome. But that's what I keep getting distracted by. Of course, she's not really doing the super cute stuff because I'm filming her. And cats, if you have a cat, you know, they have a sixth sense about these things. Anyway, hi, welcome back. So, now I wanted to build a little bit more kind of a red in on those corners. So I'm just going to top this eyelid shade. And what's great about this is this is kind of a duochrome color. So it looks kind of like a rosy toned shadow in the pan, but there's a purple shift to it. So it'll tie in nice with the purple on through the crease. We're going to put some more purple along the lower lash line as well. So I'm just going to take this and again, just kind of pat it where that first crease shade went. Just add a little bit more color, not a crazy amount, and kind of blend it through. Now I'm going to take the lightest touch of that original crease color just to go through the actual crease a little bit. So just very lightly, just to tie those two sides together a little bit. Another reason brought the purple a little bit higher up so it wouldn't get too disturbed. Okay, so we can go in for the teal now. I think I'm going to use a brush, although you could totally use your finger. I think that's what I did originally. So again, I'm going into this teal shade in the Blue Had Me at Hello palette. So I'm just going to tap that. Ooh. Where the eyelid is bare. So I'm taking that first base shadow brush and just very lightly, just kind of softening along the edges, not blending them together, but just making it look a little bit more cohesive and not like we just patted it on, if that makes sense. But we don't want to blend the colors actually together. We want there to be we want them to be separate. But just a little softly, boom, boom, boom. And there we go. And if you feel like you need that extra punch, you can always take your finger, maybe just tap in the center. If you feel like you blend it out a little bit too much, like I did. But then the edges still stay a little soft together. All right, I'm gonna try to move quickly because it is 4 o'clock, so the sun is going down because that's totally not a winter person. Anyway, on the lower waterline, I am using this NYX waterproof retractable eyeliner pencil in deep purple, but this I'm using in the lower waterline. You could of course use black or blue or teal if you wanted to, but I wanted to bring that purple back down. So I'm bringing that into the waterline and kind of smudging into the lashes. I'm going to go over it with a shadow. So it definitely can be super messy. I'm just going to use a Real Techniques accent brush to smudge that in a little bit. And kind of draw it towards the outside corner because that's going to help with the liner on the top. And I'm going to take that same color we used through the crease from the Petal Pusher palette and just place that or blend that into the liner. And that is, I'm happy with that. I might blend out the edge just a little bit, but I don't feel the need to draw that down very much. So I did originally do a winged liner for this look. You don't have to. I can't find my liquid liner, which is a shame. And to make this a little bit easier on myself, I'm actually going to line the lash line with a regular pencil and then do the gel. Do the gel in a wing. Do the wing in a gel. All right, and obviously, I mean, you could stop there. You could smudge that in maybe with some black eyeshadow just to give it a little bit of a smoky look without overpowering the rest of the colors. But I liked how this looked with a wing. So I'm using the Physicians Formula Custom Eye Enhancing Gel Cream Liner. The reason that I'm not doing this all the way around is it's kind of drying out. So it's just much easier to line the rest of my eye with a pencil liner and then do the wing with this rather than, I don't know. It's just something I do. What can I tell you? So this is a Real Techniques fine liner brush. I have this one and the silicone one. I don't really use the silicone one. I should get rid of it actually. But I'm just going to follow the line of the shadow. And I'm going to kind of follow that purple on the bottom along the edge of the shadow. That makes sense. And as I usually do, if you haven't seen my winged liner tutorial, do the bottom edge of each wing so that I can more easily make them even. Because not only are my eyes kind of hooded and challenging, a little fleshy, they're also different from each other. Okay, so those are gonna stay like that for now. I am just going to wave my arms around in a crazy manner. Now, obviously, you could adjust anything if you want to make that a little bit deeper. You can go back into the crease shade, the first crease shade we worked with, and just kind of place along. Maybe dot that in a little bit more. You can add more of that kind of duochrome eyelid shade to make it a little bit more red. Just, again, be careful when blending so you don't blend it all of the colors together, because you do want that separation between the teal and the purples and reds. Oh! Inner corner highlight. Oh, God. One more thing. So sorry. It's still going to be a 20-minute tutorial. God damn it. So I'm going to go into this just because, why not? Get in a little bit more of the blue. Obviously, you could use any inner corner highlight you like, but I liked how it looked with this. So it's kind of a very pale teal mint shade. So taking that on the accent brush, I knew I was forgetting something. And just gonna dot that in. And I think that's kind of neat because you have that pop of teal and then those reds and purples everywhere else. So this is another little pop of the kind of more blue tone. But it's very pale, so it's not like, oh my God, you have blue in your inner corner, you know. It just kind of ties it together. All right, there we go. Oh, that looks better. All right, now there's the finished eye look. So let me know if you enjoyed this video. You can give it a thumbs up if you want. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Let me know if you see this Blue Had Me at Hello palette around. I'd be very curious to know, because I've only seen it the once. Yeah, if you try this look out, or if you have any suggestions for it. I mean, obviously, this is from an amateur's perspective. I'm not a professional makeup artist, as you can maybe tell. So I'm sure there would be a lot more involved with this kind of look if, you know, a professional was doing it. But I thought it'd be fun. So give it a shot if you want. Let me see your recreations. I'll leave all my links and everything in the description box below. And otherwise, have a wonderful day. Or evening or morning or whatever it is you are doing or procrastinating from. Enjoy it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.